And hit the music.
Oh!
There we go. All right, welcome back. Ba-da-da-da.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a Little Victorian Boy podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Once again, I am here in my at-home studio. Joined. We're gonna bring this music out. Bring that music out. Joined by a very special guest today of the Little Victorian Boy podcast. I'm joined by the one and only Evan Mulrooney. Everybody, let's give it up for Evan. Oh.
Okay, all right.
There we go.
They made your mind up about it. They can't trust me, thank you.
They were a little
Had to
hesitant.
show them a little skin.
Yeah, give him a little skin. Woo! All right, there we go.
They have a dang, that guy's huge. Oh, there's one guy. How'd that guy get in here?
Yeah, all right. Evan Mulrooney here. He is a very funny comedian, talented actor, writer. He's Roondog, first of his name.
Roondog underscore first of his name.
Roondog underscore first of his name. Don't follow Roondog first of his name
That
with
guy
no
sucks.
underscore, because that guy is dangerous.
Obvious poser.
Obvious poser, obvious danger to society. Evan's fantastic. We met doing improv in Chicago at the Annoyance Theater. Since then, we've both moved to Los Angeles. To bigger and brighter
We call it different things. That's
pastures.
what they had to
Yeah, and become wildly successful.
Oh my God.
In the online short form video media space.
They're eating it up.
And but also Evan is a very talented actor on the big screen and the medium screen.
Mostly medium. And tablets and tiny screen phone.
Tiny screen, phone,
Stream.
medium screen, tablets.
I get a lot of medium screams.
Yeah, on the medium screams. You saw him on Fargo season 4.
Yeah. Alongside
what else?
Jason Schwartzman.
Jason Schwartzman, alongside Jason Schwartzman. You saw him on Chicago Fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All 40 seconds of me.
40 seconds of him on Chicago Fire.
I was the biggest and dumbest of the delivery. This is where they lose me.
Definitely the dumbest.
But in the breakdown, it was the biggest, dumbest, and burliest of the foremen in a shipping factory.
Oh, whoa.
And I overturned a forklift, as we all remember.
Yeah,
on
we all saw
coworker.
this episode.
Yeah.
Remember this
It won
scene.
me 2 Academy Awards, 3 Golden Globes, a SAG-AFTRA, and a Razzie.
Ooh.
That elusive Razzie.
What's that? The Ogser.
The Ogser, yeah.
Ogser, yeah.
Ogser.
You're an Ogser.
Yeah. I was on that.
Yeah. Wow. Beautiful.
Okay, that's the only ones you care
the
about.
only ones. Let's see what else. Seth Rogen show thing. Which Seth?
The
Rogen?
studio.
The studio. Yes, the new one, which I've heard is really good, and I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. And now, can you release that you're in this other
I don't
project?
know. We'll keep it on the DL.
We'll keep it on the DL. He's in another show, a show you probably have heard of.
But it rhymes with Mitt's Beak. Reboot. Schitt's Creek the reboot. I'm kidding.
Schitt's
That's
Creek
not
the
happening.
reboot. He's gonna play Dan Levy. Yeah,
It's a Buff Boy version.
It's a Buff Boy version.
I don't
It's
often
Schitt's
call
Creek.
myself that.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
want
Schitt's
anyone
Creek,
to
but it's
confuse
only
me.
Buff Boys playing all the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They took it to a different platform. They said, let's buff those boys up. Let's beef them up a little.
This show is cute, funny, heartwarming. We liked it, but what we didn't like is that there was a lack of Buff Boys present. The presence of Buff Boys. There were some Buff Boys,
They said,
but not enough, and not all the characters were
What
Buff
if
Boys.
Eugene Levy was on TRT? Testosterone.
Yeah.
What if Catherine O'Hara took a little bit of Tren?
Yeah.
That's another testosterone thing.
Oh, I know. I'm on all of them.
What if what if Chris
It's not been working, but
What if Chris Elliott took a little bit of D-ball? It's another
he's
steroid
got some
thing.
D-balls, yeah.
Anyway.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. What if they watch a lot of anime?
They watch a lot of anime. They got super jacked. They went Super Saiyan.
And they said, we got a guy.
Yeah. There we go.
There I am.
Anyway, which is very exciting. Very excited to have Evan here. You might have
Happy to be
seen seen us. We've done some collab posts. If you're a fan of mine, so you might have seen him. Now, what you might not know about this fellow over here, But you could
Is
guess.
that I have a lot of political opinions.
He's got a lot of hot political
and
opinions.
they can't be let out.
And he really wants to explain to you his thoughts on autism, vaccines.
Yeah. And why Katy Perry was in the right.
And Katy Perry was in the right to go to space and to kill all those people.
Yeah. Nobody knows this. I'm glad you're keeping score.
Yeah, I'm keeping up with Katy Perry's crimes.
Yeah.
And so one thing people don't know, but they could maybe guess because of your physique, is that you used to play football.
I played football.
Yeah. He was
4-year letter winner at the University of Maryland, 2011, 2015. Of course, the Randy Edsall years.
Big Ten.
Big Ten. ACC and then Big Ten.
ACC, then Big Ten, both.
You got a lot of ball heads on your listening.
All the people that listen to the Little Victorian Boy podcast are ball heads.
Dang.
In my mind,
This one's for you. This
they're
one's
all
for
ball
you jock
heads.
lovers.
This is for the jock lovers out
You
there.
pigskin cravers.
The pigskin cravers that
Your
like to
touchdown
sink their teeth into
savers.
that pig skin every Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Monday, Thursday, sometimes Fridays and Wednesdays.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
a Tuesday if there's a big
Maybe a Tuesday
storm.
if you're nasty.
Yeah.
Or if you're Mormon.
Or if you're Mormon.
I'm BYU boys that play all the time.
Oh,
They say, we
dang.
ain't got nothing else going on.
I know.
That's what us is pigskin.
Yeah, that's how they sound. All the
then
Mormon
some
boys at
will
BYU
bite.
sound like that. So I know my fans. I know them so well. I know they love football. So I brought a football expert on, and we're going to talk draft because the NFL draft is coming up
Right around the corner, sure.
right around the corner. We're excited. You're excited. And you know what everybody loves? They love the incredibly important and meaningful work that is crafting mock drafts before the draft.
If I didn't look up 12 mock drafts before every draft,
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't be around right now.
Right, you'd be dead.
I'd be dead.
You would have offed
Mel
yourself,
Kiper saved my
jumped
life.
off a fucking cliff,
Yeah.
run yourself over by a truck if you didn't have those mock drafts. And the thing about the mock drafts is that they almost are never accurate. And so it's really just tantalizing, edging you as a sports fan. Who's my team going to draft? Maybe these 12 to 40 people
But
that they probably
today
won't.
is the only factual mock draft you'll ever get. We
Yeah.
guarantee 100% accuracy.
100%.
with
We
our
have
mock
run
draft.
this mock draft simulator over 6 times, and it has gone through an iterative AI NVIDIA chip processor, and it's making us it almost exploded.
Yeah. You know how DGI is coming out, the like advanced emotional not CGI, but like AI. Wow, it's like going to actually be emotional.
Yeah.
We ran it through that.
We ran it through that. We ran it through an emotional simulator, so it is emotionally accurate as
Yeah.
well as it is statistically accurate.
It took into account the fact that NFL fans, specifically in the male category, only give themselves permission to feel emotion when their team scores a touchdown.
Yeah.
It accounted for that.
Yeah.
And region and how people show emotion in each region.
Yeah.
I'm from the Mid-Atlantic.
Yes.
I'm from Wilmington, Delaware. So I know what the Philadelphia Eagles fans are like. I know what the Baltimore Ravens fans are like. I know what the
famously
Washington
very
Commanders-
calm, chill people.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very
kinda
beatniky.
Go with the flow.
They
Yeah.
go, yeah, man.
Philadelphia Eagles fans are famous for showing up to the game with a bongo drums, and they do their little bongo drums, and when they score touchdowns, they snap.
And they recite hold on, I'll think of his name. They recite Allen Ginsberg
Allen Ginsberg.
after every score. They say, how about this little ditty from Howl?
Yeah.
Thank you, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's that cultural experience.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll get into that.
We'll get into that. And so what's great about the mock draft that we simulated using the highest, most advanced, most illegal, most dangerous kind of AI technology that we could get our hands on is that it doesn't limit these draft picks to football players.
We're talking backdoor deals.
We're talking
We're
backdoor
talking
deals.
about the unheard of, the unprecedented,
the unprecedented.
the unthinkable. That's why we had to go to the DGI.
We had to go to the DGI, and the DGI said, we don't think a single football player is getting drafted this year, is what they said.
With all
Which
these
is crazy.
tariffs, that's the one thing they're not talking about. Tariffs blocking NFL drafts.
The tariffs blocking the drafts. The tariff on the draft.
Actually, no one's talking about that. What is the NFL going to do with all these dang tariffs?
I don't know.
Where them jerseys come from?
Where them jerseys come from. Not New Jersey, I know that.
No.
Old Jersey. Where's Old Jersey?
England.
Yeah, I
Mother
bet.
England.
Mother England.
It's
huh?
actually where Yorkshire is.
Oh.
There's this spot called Jersey, and they're all
It's crazy that we're like, well, that's what
yeah.
Yeah,
it has to
we
be.
should talk. We should talk about that more than New Jersey because they're yeah.
And I mean, New England. That's kind of unfair. They just took the whole.
They took the whole thing. Lazy.
Kind of lazy on the founding fathers.
And they just like slapped that onto a bunch of different states. Like,
Yeah, that's good enough.
not good enough.
They had no idea how many states we could make out of that.
I know, right? Crazy.
And now here we are.
And now here we
Six
are.
deep.
We got
New York,
6
Vermont,
states.
Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, Rhode Island, Connecticut. 7.
Lucky number 7.
Well, this has been fun.
All right, let's get into this draft. On the clock, we got the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans, they needs themselves a quarterback. I'll say that. And I think this team is going to have to reach for a quarterback. And the mock draft simulator did determine that they did do that. Okay.
Yes.
Their current quarterback has been a total bust, total failure. We got Will Levis. Right? Boo. Hold on.
Come on.
Will Levis.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Crickets?
That's what I said when they drafted him the first time.
Yeah, he cricketed. But I think they're going to go a kind of a similar route because they make these mistakes every time. They're not going to draft Levis this time, but they are going to draft Levi's. They're going to draft Levi's jeans, a proud American brand. God damn, they hold up.
They hold up.
They hold up. They're a durable brand.
They were a ragtag bunch last year, those Titans, but this is going to really clean them up because of the thorough branding and craftsmanship of Levi jeans will hold the team not only together, but make them all patriotic.
Yeah.
In a place that has seemingly forgot the Constitution. Tennessee, we're looking at you.
Yeah, Tennessee. But not only that, Levi's jeans had an incredible year this year in the collegiate football season. They played for St. Regis Philbin University, and they put up 15,000 yards passing, 200 touchdowns, both passing and rushing combined.
Yes.
They were a powerhouse force. They did return punts as well and fumbled every single punt. I don't know why they kept putting him back.
Got to get him off punt returns.
Got to get him off punt returns. This is a born athlete. There's Levi's jeans. He's a great quarterback. He is a triple threat. He sings, he dances, he acts. This guy is going to be the face, well, really the legs of your future franchise. And yeah,
the Broadway music boards are not music boards. The Broadway
music boards.
The discussion boards are livid right now.
The forums on Broadway are livid because they wanted him on the stage.
They said Levi's denims could have been the next Liza.
They could have been.
And here we are.
Yeah, and here they are quarterbacking the Tennessee Titans next season.
Good for you, Tennessee.
Good for you.
We're excited to see how
Solid
this one
pick.
shakes out.
Some people are saying that's a reach, but honestly, and they're a little bit judgmental because you picked Levis the first time, and everyone thought you were going to pick Levi's, and you picked Levis. But I think you're going to correct that mistake by picking Levi's. Next up on the board, we got the Browns.
Woo! Well, let me take this one from you, Colin.
Yep.
The Browns, as you know, didn't do too hot last year.
No.
They had some questionable players.
Most of the teams at the top of the draft didn't do so hot.
Is that how that works?
I think that might be how that works.
Shoot,
yeah.
man.
Uh-huh.
Well, I actually have this in studio right now, and since the Browns did this last year, all right. Let me do a quick product placement now because it transitions seemingly into this draft pick.
Yeah.
But shout out Big Dumb Cups with a handle and a straw attached in it.
Big Dumb Cups, yeah.
I gotta say, I love these things. I never thought I'd be a big dumb cup guy, but you know what I realized I love doing? Sucking.
Yeah.
I love sucking.
Yeah.
And that's what the Browns did last year, but
They
not anymore
sucked.
because them boys, they're gonna be hydrated. The Browns are selecting 52 official Big Dumb Cups.
52
Shout out Big Dumb Cups everywhere.
52 Big Dumb Cups going number 2.
Going number 2.
That's a surprise.
But they are Legion. They travel in packs in 52. Not every player is going to get one. Not the practice squad, just the 52 main big dogs that are going to make the official roster at the beginning of the season, the end of training camp, of course. But those boys not going to get an ounce of water before the start of the season because they will only be awarded the Big Dumb Cup come whenever their first game is.
Kind of a dangerous approach to training camp, if you ask me.
But it's just like the Junction Boys of the 1950s.
Ooh, them
the
Junction
only
boys.
strong will survive. The only strong will survive.
Strong will survive.
Just-
These were the driest boys. They worked for the train lines, the train yards, back when men were men and football was played.
And boys were boys.
And boys were they let
never letting boys in the NFL
they
dang
let
time.
boys just be boys back then. And I don't mean it in the way that people mean it now. They were just like
not in the
be
hip way.
silly, but they let them have big lollipops and long luscious curls.
Curly curls.
Yeah.
So here's to looking at you, Big Dumb Cups at
52.
at second.
52 Big Dumb Cups going to the Browns.
52
Pick
Big
number
Dumb
2.
Cups. And keep it sucking, baby.
Keep it sucking, Browns. All right, number 3, we got the New York Giants selecting the number 3 pick in the draft. And here's the thing, New York Giants, you know what? They're going to keep it simple. They're going to stay with their namesake, and they are going to be drafting Ragnoth, an actual giant. This guy is 42 feet tall.
Yes.
And he is a monster on the field. Quite literally, very dangerous.
Both beloved and terrified by the Nordic people.
He is terrified by the Nordic people.
Wait, no, he's not terrified. Nordic people are terrified of him. As long as he's not playing against other Nordic people, he'll be fine.
Look, he is worshipped by the Nordic people. He terrifies the Nordic people, but he is also a little terrified of the Nordic people.
If there's a Bjornsson or a Bjorn or a Verna on any NFL team, this guy's not going to pan out so well.
He's not going to do well playing the Minnesota Vikings. That is for sure.
He's going to sit that one out. He's going to be trouble.
Gonna have to
they blow
sit
that
that
big
one
ass horn at the beginning of the game. He's going to shit his pants.
That scares
Quite
that
literally.
man.
Have a panic attack.
He also has a hunger for the bones of the Englishman. So it's going to be a little difficult when the New York Giants travel to London for their London exhibition,
tough.
and they might have him.
He's going to be a little
not attend
distracted.
That one. He's going to be a little distracted. He's going to be trying to eat the English.
Yeah. Everyone in England, be advised when that game is happening, start working on your American accents.
Yeah.
That wasn't my attempt at one, by the way.
Oh, of your American accent?
Yeah, I don't want to get into that. Keep talking about this giant.
Yeah. Anyway, so the New York Giants will be drafting this actual giant. I think they're going to play him on the defensive side of the ball because he doesn't really understand how to stay still, and I think he would get a lot of false starts on the offense. They could, they can play him all around. He's 42 feet tall. He's incredibly strong. He has a thirst for human flesh.
Not the quickest.
Not very quick.
It takes about 30 seconds for one step to take place.
Yes, it takes a long time. But just his presence on the field, I think, really disrupts any game. It'd be hard to throw the deep pass with him just looming in the middle.
He's going to take up about 200% of the airspace on an NFL football field.
Yeah.
But on an English football field, again, don't think it's going to be great.
Yeah. So New York Giants are selecting actual giant.
And, he can work on his steps. My old strength coach, I believe, might be the strength coach of the New York Giants.
Oh, interesting.
The same guy. I won't mention him by name.
Because his name is Adolf Hitler. Weird,
notoriously bad guy.
Notoriously
I didn't really
bad
like his approach,
guy.
but I got strong.
Bad name. He's now a strength coach for college football and moving into the pros.
Now he's in the pros.
Yeah.
He one time we were waiting outside of the weight room before a workout at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. and I was 310 pounds at the time, and there were other offensive linemen that big.
Yeah.
And my friend GT Haraka, hi Gary, shout out Gary.
Shout out Gary.
Was sitting in front of the door, and this coach opened the door and said, 7 a.m. crew, let's go. Haraka, stand your fat ass up. And Gary went, what the hell? And then that's how we started the workout. Yeah. And then a couple hours later, the coach came up to me and said, GT, I'm sorry.
Should have called you fat.
I should have called you fat.
That's kind of your job.
Yeah. I was a little pissed off.
Yeah.
And that was honestly huge for a coach to do that.
To apologize. Yeah.
Normally, they don't admit they're wrong.
Right, yeah.
And I have plenty more stories of coaches being jerks.
Yeah. Well,
we'll keep saving them.
We'll keep saving them because we got another pick.
For every like and subscribe. Who's that for again?
Yeah, who's that for? The 4 is the New England Patriots.
New England.
Patriots.
Guess what? To get back at the world, they're stealing New York's most beloved football player and personality, the Rizzler.
They got the Rizzler.
The New England Patriots are indeed taking the Whistler.
They're taking the Whistler.
They're taking the Whistler and his little brother, the Rizzler.
Yep.
And he's going to be booming his little ass straight up in that end zone. He is a fullback, and the boy can move. He can groove. And quite arguably probably has the best choreographed end zone dances anyone has seen.
This is really like a personality pick. They're getting away from the Patriots way, and they're going for a more like showy, flashy like personality kind of big players that they want to bring in to amp up.
Sometimes people don't know they need to change the outlook of their culture. Like Boston, people from New England are famously like, hey, you jerk off, don't stop being so wicked.
Whoa, that sounds like a fucking Boston guy in the studio right now.
They jerk off. What are you doing? Don't dance.
Do that.
Don't be showy.
Don't be doing that.
Yeah, stop doing that.
Stop doing that. I don't like it.
But, no one was ready
say.
for the Air Jordan when it came out, but then all of a sudden everyone needed the Air Jordan.
And everyone needed the Air Jordan.
Kind of the same thing.
I thought you were calling Michael Jordan Air Jordan.
Oh, wait.
You're like, when did the Air Jordan
They're different guys?
Yeah.
No, people are going to see the Rizzler do his 12-minute touchdown dance after every touchdown.
12 minutes.
CGI, not CGI, AGI. The AI bots that we put this through has predicted the Rizzler is going to set a NFL record of 652 touchdowns this season.
652 touchdowns.
Times 12-minute touchdown dances.
That's going to slow this game down so much.
We just need to relax. We need to chill. We need to celebrate. We need to watch. We need to enjoy.
Yeah, they're going to have to go to commercial break mid-celebration dance and then come back, he's still dancing.
You know what? You know how good that... You know how I said football is the only tool that men use to show their emotion?
Yeah.
And most of the time it's, a 20-second touchdown celebration at least, and that's the only time we can feel joy as men.
Yes.
Imagine 12 minutes of joy.
12 minutes of joy.
650 divided by 12, 652 divided by 12.
17,
That's probably 17 to 42.
Somewhere in there.
Minutes of joy for men. Mm-hmm. This is going to do great for relationships. This is going to do great for the economy. This is going to do great for male loneliness.
Yeah. The Rizzler, by getting drafted by the New England Patriots, is going to heal the hearts of men.
Yeah.
I think that's what we learned from this.
No one understands.
It's a good pick.
We owe a lot to the Rizzler.
Yeah.
Just as men.
We really do.
Thank you. Yeah. I could start crying, honestly. I love the guy.
I could cry, but I'm not watching football right now, so I can't.
I'm going to save that.
I'll save
for
that.
The season.
I'll save that for the season, for the end of the season.
Save your emotions for the season.
All right. At number 5, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville Jaguars. These Jaguars, they often reach in the draft, I would say. They're always picking high.
A lot of swings, a lot of misses.
A lot of swings and a lot of misses, and I think they're going to nail it with this one. They are going to be drafting the concept of acceptance. So the concept...
Radical acceptance.
Radical acceptance.
Yes.
Yeah. Radical acceptance. This is a real locker room guy. I mean, he's going to bring the teamwork, the loyalty, the trust that you need in your locker room. Because he is acceptance.
Yeah, he is acceptance.
Yeah.
His physical manifestation is a ghoul.
It's a ghoul.
With 4-inch fangs.
He's got 4-inch fangs. He's a ghoul. He's always going, come in here.
And everyone's a little off put at first, but he has such a disarming smile and charm about him.
Even though he has fangs.
Even though he has fangs.
Smile.
Yeah. You push the fangs out of the way, you say, don't put that in my neck. And then he usually makes a joke like, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. Yeah, but he doesn't. I'm really excited for this pick.
Really excited. He had a hell of a season. He played for the University of Baton Rouge. And he had a Baton Rouge. And boy, was he exciting. He's running back, coming out of the backfield.
So far, it's been mostly running backs. Mostly running backs.
He had 300 yards rushing per game, 500 all-purpose yards per game. The guy's got great hands. He's a tough little sucker. And he comes from a great football lineage. His father is the concept of love.
Yes.
Who was a great quarterback for the Saints back in the day.
He's not only a Francophile, but
he is a Francophile.
That's why he went to Baton Rouge. He's also a culinary wizard.
Yeah.
Not like an actual wizard, but just like someone that's really good at cooking.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, so we've got so many teams.
Yeah.
Should we do a freaking speed round?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let's go.
Well, why don't we do speed round through the teens? I don't really give
in the teens. Okay, let's keep it going for. All right, so next up on the board we got the not the Oakland. We got the Oakland Raiders. Fuck Las Vegas.
Oakland Raiders.
I'll call them the Oakland Raiders till the day I die.
Yeah, for sure. But they are in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah,
they are an
Las
elusive thing.
Yeah.
They are getting the right to deem whatever town they play in their hometown.
Ooh, that's an interesting pick.
They've drafted the keys to every major United States city.
Yeah, so all home games for the Las Vegas, games. Oakland, Los Angeles, Cincinnati Raiders. You know, all across the board.
It's imperative that you get home field advantage, and the Raiders understood this. What's that guy's name with the crazy haircut? Al Davis.
Al
Davis. No, isn't it? It's Al Davis. It's still Al Davis.
Is he? Is
he's
it
still him.
He's a junior. Because isn't Al Davis the old owner? And then his son.
Well, technically they're both Al Davis. Just one has a junior.
Oh, okay. We're
speaking the same language.
I didn't know that his name was Al for whatever. Yeah. But I know it's got that.
Yeah, I think it's the same.
Terrible microbang
he's
situation.
Incredibly alarming to look at and unsettling.
Yeah.
But he understood.
Now there's a ghoul. And there's a dang ghoul.
He's feeling good about the season, knowing there's another ghoul in this.
He's pissed because the ghoul got picked. One pick before he could pick a ghoul.
If you thought Al Davis was ghoulish last year and the 4 decades that he's been the owner of the Raiders before, brother, you got another thing coming. He's about to go. He's about to ghoul up.
He's gonna ghoul up.
It's not quite a glow up. It's a ghoul up. Anyway, he is kind of a schematic know-it-all, and he was tired of picking a new home every season. So he landed.
He finally found his home.
Landed.
He finally found his home, and his home is every city that he's ever been in.
Yeah.
Sort of like the Roman Empire, you know?
Yeah.
You know how they would do that
the Al
stuff?
Davis Empire, Rome.
Yeah.
Rome
next time we got the New York Jets.
The Jets.
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 They are going to be drafting they're going to be drafting Aaron Rodgers from the future.
Oh my God.
He can't play football anymore. The Enigma. Aaron Rodgers from the future. People said they're done with Aaron Rodgers. They released him. They're done. He's going to be out of the league, finally retired, or maybe playing for the Steelers. No, what's going to happen is the New York Jets are going to be drafting Aaron Rodgers, not as a football player, but as the ayahuasca dream
he's gonna
that
be
he
super
becomes.
Technically, it's the idea of Aaron Rodgers, not necessarily a physical manifestation of a man.
It's not a man at all. Over the next 10 years, because Aaron Rodgers will be so
he's kind of
lonely,
disintegrating into the universe.
He's going to do so much ayahuasca and be in so many silence retreats that he is going to dissolve into the universe like a Force ghost. Copyright Star Wars, Disney product, and copyright Star Wars, Disney product.
Not mine.
Please don't take down my podcast. Star Wars, Disney product, copyright. And then he will he will be drafted and just be be forever sort of a misty cancer upon the New York Jets.
I was going to say
franchise.
you'll be able to see it'll be the first time you'll ever be able to see an NFL player's aura live on television and in person.
Yeah.
It's going to be look green and
Green and mean.
green and mean, but it's going to feel a lot like 5G.
Yeah.
Going into your bones.
You know how when they released 5G, it went into our bones and gave us the bone stuff?
Yeah.
The growths?
The bone growths.
The bone growths that gave us the 5G, and then we could get on the internet and do fast searches.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot like that, but it's going to be more Aaron Rodgers based.
So it's going to be like recipes for juice cleanses and the hottest deals on cayenne pepper.
Very hot deals.
It's the fountain of youth. So not only will the Jets be able to expect a sense of entitlement and aboveness than all their opponents, but anyone who's within that aura can feel love incarnate.
Yeah.
And also the path to success. They'll be led to it.
And when you draft the essence of future Aaron Rodgers dissolved into the universe, everyone who's a fan of the team gets a leather bracelet.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, good luck, Jets. You're going to need it with that pick. All right. Next up on the board, we got the 8th pick of the draft, the Carolina Panthers. Who they selected?
Woo! Well, the Panthers for a long time haven't done great since, I would say, arguably the Jake Delhomme era.
Yeah.
I'm going to go football history for you, folks.
And they that one season with Cam.
What? Oh, yeah.
Cam Newton.
What? So the last time they went to the Super Bowl was with Cam Newton. They win. Now Cam Newton has gone on to be a online persona. And
Really an online hat.
yeah, for sure. And he's super funny. And part of it is because
Super
of the
funny
hat.
and very charming.
The Carolina Panthers said, well, Cam Newton is probably at his best, not in the 2011 Super Bowl era, but hat era.
His hat era.
So they are taking Cam Newton's hat collection.
Woo!
Bigger and badder than ever.
I like that.
Only
pick.
the biggest ones, though. The ones that...
the big ones, the ones with the feathers,
Yeah.
the ones with the...
like
gems
leather,
and
the
leather.
little steampunk glasses.
Steampunk glasses.
We did a preliminary online search of how people would react, and this is the most controversial pick. This has caused the most controversy because Pharrell Williams is going to sue him outright for being not the premier hat guy.
Pharrell Williams, copyrighted hats.
He copyrighted hats.
Yeah, he sued the crap out of Zendaya. Mm-hmm. He sued the crap out of...
George, the animal handler from George in the...
George in the Jungle.
No, what's the guy?
George.
The man with the big yellow hat.
Curious George.
Curious George.
Curious George's
Boy
father.
George also wears big hats.
Boy George got sued by Pharrell. Pharrell got tired of people suing him for stealing their music and the hooks that he makes.
Yeah.
And then he decided to sue everyone for hats.
Yeah. The happy song was actually Hattie at first.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just hat history.
That's just hat history.
And that's just it, y'all.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Carolina Panthers. You got all the hats in Cam Newton's hat collection. Unfortunately, you will be sued by Pharrell Williams. Sorry about that. But, should have played worse last year if you wanted a higher draft pick. That's all I'm saying.
And this also is on brand. He who wears the heavy hat must have a heavy head and neck. Mm-hmm. Just be forewarned. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. All right, next up, we got the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans. Who dat?
Oh wait, is that
Cincinnati has a similar one.
Yeah, they need to.
There's who day or who dat. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares? We're going with the Saints. The Saints are going to pick. They're going to pick a cup in your hands like this. Mm-hmm. They're going to pick cup in your hands like this. Because you know what the New Orleans Saints were missing last season? A little handful of Skittles.
Oh my God.
Someone's eating a bag of Skittles and they go, oh, you want some? And then you cup your hands like this and then they give it, you shake out a little Skittles in there.
They said, all right, I got a little. It worked for Marshawn Lynch.
Worked for
Remember?
Marshawn Lynch.
Famed actor, Marshawn Lynch.
Famed actor who's done nothing but act for his entire
whole
career. He would put his hands out like that, get a little Skittles, gave him the power to act, and the New Orleans Saints are going to draft that. Unfortunately, because they have the draft rights to cupping your hands like this, you better do this a lot over the next summer because you're not going to be able to do that after they.
For sure. The Catholic Church is going to fall in shambles.
Ooh.
Sorry for the Holy Sacrament.
They already did because of the...
What? Don't say it. Don't slander their name. This is a Christian
Oh,
podcast.
my God. Oh, my God. Anyway, you excited about this Pope dying or what?
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's for sure on his way out.
He's on his way out?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's old.
Saying too many slurs, huh?
Yeah, he said too many slurs.
I'll tell you.
He told too many slurs, and that's how you get dead.
Too many slurps.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, New Orleans Saints. All right, the Bears. Chicago. That's where we met.
The Bears. So their rivals being the everyone knows of the traditional rivalries, right?
Yes.
The Lions, the Vikings, the
Packers.
Their actual rival is the Cincinnati Bengals. Because next to a bear, the only other thing as ferocious as a bear is a Bengal tiger.
Bengal tiger, yeah.
So with that, they're giving a big FU to the Bengals and
the Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, the Cincinnati Bengals.
Cincinnati Bengals.
And they are drafting the rights to Who Day.
Oh, they're taking Who Day from the Bengals? The Bengals fans are going to be furious.
Yeah, and it's a big middle finger to anyone who loves saying that on game day and or at home.
Sorry, Bengals fans.
During the week.
Can't say Who Day no more.
They're not in the same conference, no, but this is more of a pride thing. And who can be a more ferocious animal? But they're using their mind. And the big player in this one, J.B. Pritzker.
J.B. Pritzker has been behind this move.
So it's going to be Who Day Bears.
Yeah.
They didn't quite nail it.
No.
But
who they think they going to beat them Bears?
It's Who Day, Bears, question mark?
Who Day Bears?
Who Day Bears? Of course they're not.
Of course they're not.
They're as ferocious as us. We're the biggest mammal in the NFL, probably, if you think about it. End quote.
Are the Bears the biggest mammal in the NFL?
There's
no whales.
Rhinos, there's no
whales. There's no
elephants. There's no. Well, mammals are humans, and giants are humans.
Yeah, but bears are typically
are giants mammals?
Giants mammals.
Are giant mammal.
Well, what defines a mammal is fur or hair on the body.
And having sex
drinking
all the time.
And lactation as a way of like young.
Yeah.
I
would say
young.
Yeah, giants do that.
And giants do that. Yeah.
Well,
but some giants are born from a rock,
in Iraq?
From the mountain.
Oh,
sometimes in Iraq.
Yeah.
But mostly from a rock.
Yeah, I think bears are the biggest guys.
Yeah. All right.
Nice. Congrats,
Bears. And that's the top 10. That's the top 10. Okay.
Speed round.
All right. Yeah. We're going to do speed round. 11.
What's the soundboard for speed round? We got to really
we got some. But before we get into speedboard, it's
speedboard.
Before we go speedboard, we're going to do, we're going to go to the, we got to do a little ad read. Sorry about this.
No.
Okay. Oh, fuck that. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. These people are brutal.
Okay.
Take it easy.
All right, let's do. You can't calm down, guys. All right. Let's do a little ad read for our sponsor of today's episode. Let's get it started. Hey, everybody! Today's episode is brought to you by Chapstick for Dogs. Have you ever thought to yourself, my dog's lips are dry as shit? These are some dry-ass dog lips. That dog has these crusty, nasty lips. Nobody wants to kiss on that dog.
How many times have you come home at the end of the day hoping to see your best companion?
Yeah.
All you want to do is get down on one knee, rub his head, and lean in for a big old wet dog kiss. Sometimes them things are chapped, boy. God
Ooh,
dang.
boy,
what you been licking?
Dang,
Dang paper, dang,
oh, Oh, dang, boy.
And then you get real mad at your dog. You say, you don't earn a dang walk tonight. You're going to walk yourself. And I'm going to make sure you come back with wet-ass lips. I'm going to have about 40 gallons worth of slurp for you to get down that gullet. So those lips are wet.
Slurp.
Your water bill goes up. The time you've wasted on this dog is insurmountable. Time you'll never get back. Time you'll never get to rekindle the flame with your husband
wife,
and or wife or polycule.
husband.
I've lost everything I've had.
I've lost everything I've had too, and it's all because my dog's lips were too dry. But then I found chapstick for dogs, which is genuine grease that you put on the lips of a dog, and it oils up their lips something nice.
Yeah.
And that's good because then everybody's gonna be watching you and your dog and thinking, I'm jealous of them.
Yeah, made from all natural ingredients, including but not limited to seal
Oil.
blubber,
Seal blubber,
castor oil,
banana peels,
the remains of recycled guns,
dyslexoid number 4,
plastic recycled and boiled down to oil,
bone,
diesel fuel,
kind of like a little cop with a little tiny gun saying, "Hey, what's up?"
we got all those cops, mushed them down
Mushed
into a
him
goop,
down into a goop.
and then blended it with all these other natural ingredients.
Ooh, and those natural ingredients created the perf grease for that dog lip, and boy, are your dogs hungry for that. Don't let him eat it though.
Yeah.
It is poison for dogs.
The next time you kiss your dog, you'll be saying, "Bow wow, those are some wet lips."
Chapstick for dogs. Thank you for sponsoring the Little Victorian Boy podcast.
I use this stuff all the time, sometimes on my own self,
Oh my God, dangerous.
because I'm a rude dog.
Oh, that's true.
Dang, they should reach out to me.
They should have. Yeah. Well, maybe they will now.
Maybe they will know.
If they heard that.
Here's to hoping.
Heard
Here's
that
to
beautiful ad
praying.
read. Yeah. Thank God you got that copy ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a mess,
I
to
know.
be honest.
Sorry.
Not your fault. They wrote
Still
it.
working it out.
They wrote it, you know. All right, speed round. Let's do it. Starting with the San Francisco 49ers, what they're going to be drafting. A pocket full of sand.
Oh, everyone loves a pocket full of
A
sand.
pocket full of sand.
You said that was the Niners?
That's the Niners.
Yeah, at 11.
Yep, that
Yeah.
11.
That's the only thing Christian McCaffrey will use in both self-defense and attacking power.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's going
he
to
won't-
up his attack power.
It's going to up his attack power, up his
Blinding
self-defense.
attack.
It's going to be great. Next up, we've got the Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys are drafting Muggs. Z-Bogues.
They're drafting Muggsy
They're
Bogues, the
drafting
former
NBA player Muggsy Bogues,
Yeah.
who was actually up for NFL commissioner, but he said, nah,
Yeah.
I want to be on the Cowboys.
Yeah. What's crazy is everyone was like, "Oh, are they gonna copy the Browns with the cup thing?" And no, but they pause when they say Muggs,
And then
and
everyone
then
went,
oh come
all
on,
right, this is
and then they
what-
go Zebos, and it's
and everyone goes, nah! 5'3", 150 pounds.
could dunk.
Outside, born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland, played for Dunbar High School, famed assists man, and played alongside Manute Bol, so he knows his way about him.
He knows his way about him. All right, that's the Dallas Cowboys picks Muggsy Bogues. Then we got the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins are gonna draft sack of loose, dirty nickels. Like nickels.
And they're really going to whack the hell out of
They're gonna
whoever.
really whack the hell out of them. They're gonna have to pay a lot for those. They're 5 cents a piece. There's maybe about $200, $400 worth of them in this bag. But they're
Signing
going to be
bonus for
paying
everyone.
millions on those.
Yeah, and if you aren't injured all season, you get it as your signing bonus.
Yeah. Which is great. All right, next up, we got the Colts at 14.
Oh my God, the Colts, for dramatic effect, their coach went over the GM's head and is drafting a mirror so that he can hold the mirror in front of every player's face and question their worth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's really shame-based
Yeah.
draft pick.
This
which
guy
is-
believes in it. Healthy
Yeah.
shame ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Yeah. The Atlanta Falcons will be drafting an intercontinental ballistic missile.
I love this pick for them.
I love this pick for them too. They are going to use it as a threat.
Yeah.
It's sort of like mutually assured destruction. And they're going to say, play defense against us. See what happens.
Yeah.
We're going to launch an intercontinental ballistic missile at DC.
Yes.
So yeah, and just really change the world order up.
Most records against intercontinental ballistic missile are like 0 and 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most people have had 10 chances against a ballistic missile.
Very few football teams have done well against an intercontinental. It's hard to say. Intercontinental ballistic missile.
Yeah. But you can assure they are gunning for the intercontinental championship.
Yeah.
Which is a subcategory championship outside of the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Next up, we got the Cardinals at 16.
The Cardinals are selecting Katy Perry's PR team.
Ooh, Katy Perry's PR team. Disastrous pick for the Cardinals. These guys have been just terrible all year. I don't know why. This is classic Cardinals. This is a total reach. They could have gotten this PR team in the third, fourth, maybe even undrafted.
Yeah. What's so sad about this pick is that as far as desert teams go, they are universally loved. Mm-hmm. Teams that set up in the desert, not usually loved. Cardinals, everyone's like, yeah. But they established this pick on December 25th of 2024, and they are locked in.
They're locked in.
She said, I'll get drafted as long as you understand you're canceling my space tour that I was going to go from moon to moon. Mm-hmm. And if that gets messed up, I gotta get some money on the board. Yeah. Not only are they drafting the PR team, they're not getting Katy Perry with the pick.
No, they're not getting Katy. No.
Just the PR team.
Which might be a saving grace at this point.
Yeah, it could save them. But the Cardinals kind of want to be the bad boys of the NFL.
Ooh,
and to do that, you must go as low as you can go.
You got to go low.
So they are going to not send the team to outer space. They're going to send each individual player to outer space.
Oh, all right. Yeah. And then the world will be like, this is unnecessary. You guys are wasting a ton of natural resources to do this. It's not inspiring. We don't like this. Please stop doing this. Help us. We need help.
The PR team also has said they are not only sending the players up, but they are leaving a lot of trash in the universe, thinking they would fix the trash problem here on Earth. We'll see how it shakes out, Colin, but
they're shooting trash into space. I don't know. All right, next up, we got the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati Bengals are going to get back at the Chicago Bears with this draft pick.
Big time.
And they're drafting the Chicago-style hot dog. They're taking the Chicago-style hot dog from the city of Chicago. They're adding it to their Skyline chili, and then they're going to be dipping the Chicago-style hot dogs in the Skyline chili and eating it like it's some kind of food spoon.
Yeah. And they're going to have their legs crossed, and they're all going to be wearing little reader glasses.
Well, that's just Cincinnati stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Cincinnati
just
people love little reader glasses. Little reader glasses. They like to have their legs crossed. They like a cable knit sweater.
They're delicate lads.
Yeah, they're delicate lads. Okay, the Seattle Seahawks. Who do you think they're going with?
They're drafting famed bird handler Biggus Morris. He invented a type of bird. He invented a type of bird named a large bat that he found in a cave.
He invented a bird, and the bird is called large bat?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not a bat, though?
No, it's a bird.
It's a bird.
But it's the first bird to ever look like a bat.
Well, bats kind of look like birds.
Yeah, maybe if you're from La La Land.
I'm not, but I live here.
But regardless, the Seahawks have had devastating results.
Question: Is a bird at night a bat?
There has to be a song about that. Is a bird
at night a bat? Is a bird at night a bat? When you see a bat flying around at night, is it a bird pretending to be a bat? I don't know. Something like that.
Well, the devastating effects of releasing a live Seahawk in the stadium, home of the famed 12th man, has really brought the morale down. They've gone through 16 birds a season. They're all dead and have all exploded on impact. So they're drafting this bird handler and looking for a good result.
Hell yeah. Bringing back these bird handlers. That's a great pick for the Seattle Seahawks. I like it. Next up, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They are going to be drafting drafting your mom.
The first NFL prank draft
It's a prank
ever.
draft, yeah. With the what is it? The 19th pick in the draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select from the University of your mom. Yeah,
It's gonna be pretty epic.
it's gonna be epic.
Hate to spoil the joke.
They don't
but-
actually get anything with this draft pick. It's more of just like a hilarious joke that all the owners wanted to laugh at. And that's really what they take home. It's the joy of bringing a silliness and a fun back to the game.
Yes.
All right.
This next draft, this pick I'm really excited about.
This pick is very exciting. So we're going to go with the 20th pick in the draft, the Denver Broncos.
The Denver Broncos. I am so excited about this pick. It's unprecedented. The Denver Broncos, with the 20th overall pick, are taking NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell.
Roger Goodell. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what they're going to do, well, first and foremost, no one knows the NFL like Roger Goodell. And quite frankly, this guy is hungry for years and years and years. He's the one handing out the jersey to the number one picks.
He's always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
He's sick of it. So he doesn't know this. It's a secret, so let's keep this quiet. But share this video as much as you want.
Share this to everyone, but not to Roger. Not to
not
Roger
to
or his
Goody,
family
'cause
or the
he's
people that he
listening.
keeps in his inner circle that tell him the secrets.
What they're going to do is they're going to dress up a guy who's much more handsome than Roger Goodell.
One of us, maybe.
Nice, brother. We are in contract negotiations.
Yep.
They don't have enough LaCroix for me, so I'm probably going to pass. But they're going to dress him up like Roger Goodell. They're going to say, with the 20th overall pick, it's not going to be Roger Goodell saying this. They're going to they're going to give it some air, and they're going to let this guy walk out with the jersey that says Goodell on it. And Goodell first spots the guy and goes, that guy looks a lot like me. Because Roger Goodell's kind of egotistical. He thinks he's a lot more handsome than he is.
Yeah.
He's going to go, oh my God, that guy looks exactly like me. Yeah. And then the big handsome guy that looks like Goodell is going to like gesture with his eyes down to the jersey. And very slowly, Roger Goodell is going to avert his eyes down to the jersey. And he's going to squeal like a pig.
Okay.
When he realizes, oh my God, my name is on the back of an NFL jersey. This is my name. And he's gonna run. He's gonna go turbo, and he's gonna spin in circles. So he's gonna run. He's gonna go mega fast around that stage.
Oh my God!
Now gonna be able to calm him down in time to give a speech.
And that's just the beauty of the NFL draft is you get moments like that.
Yeah.
Roger Goodell stripping naked, buttering his body up, buttering his whole body
his
up,
hog is gonna be so greased.
screaming like a little greased hog.
That signature Goodell squeal.
We know it. We love it. It's why he's the commission. Why
You earned it, Raji.
You earned it, Roger.
We love you, baby.
It's finally your year. And with that, we're going to end the public podcast for the Little Victorian Boy podcast. But if you want to get the final 10 draft picks in this
12.
year's... Oh, yeah, 12. Yeah, I forgot they added...
There's a
two
double
extra
Patreon.
teams.
First is the Patreon, then
first
double
the
Patreon, we'll
and
get the last two.
You get the
Arguably
last
most
12. Go to patreon.com/littlevictorianboy. Toss me $5 or whatever, and you can listen to that as well as a steal of a deal. And you can listen to all of the secret podcasts with all of our guests throughout the history of Little Victorian Boy podcast. Rune Dog, you got anything you want to plug?
I want to plug public kindness, and I want everyone to whistle as little as possible.
Thank God. Someone needed to say that.
And the studio, episode 4. It's the best one.
Studio,
they're all really good. The studio is really good.
The studio, episode 4 specifically, because you're in that one.
No,
It would be weird if you picked an episode you weren't in. You're just like, that episode's just really good.
Zac Efron's in that one.
Oh, my God.
It's just the best.
Yeah.
He's really
great.
sweet.
He's a treasure.
Yeah.
He's a treasure.
Anyway.
All right. Let's say goodbye, everybody. Have a good one. We barely made it through this podcast, boy, by the skin of our teeth.
But that's how much we care, and that's how much we love you,
Yeah.
and that's how much we appreciate you for listening. We will die for this.
We would die
but
for
most
this.
importantly, The NFL.
They need it. They need it now more than ever.
Thank you for letting me be vulnerable with my dad. Thank you for letting me be vulnerable with my brother. Thank you for letting me be vulnerable with men
Thank
that
you
are
for
super close to me,
disappointing
but
me
I only
every
give them.
single year. Thank you for giving me some kind of a rage disorder. Thank you for the fun times with the guys and the bros.
Thank you for letting me punch my TV as hard as I can and no one asking questions.